Hello, welcome back. I'm your host, Leslie Cottle, and you are listening to This Empowered Life podcast, the podcast delivering tools, knowledge, and wisdom to empower the soul. Today's episode is called Slow Down. If you've ever felt like life was going on and you needed to press the pause button, join me in this episode by giving yourself a permission slip to slow down. Hello, dear friend. As you know, I always make these podcasts based on what's inspired me through the week, and I've been training myself lately to get into the mindset of to give others what it is that you need. So right now what I need is to slow down. Libra season just ended, and I'm a Libra, so I was having literally the best time of my life. Through this season, I was thriving, feeling on top of the world. So many things were coming into physical manifestation, and life felt so good that I literally had hit this point where I didn't know if I could actually hold more joy or more love or more gratitude like inside of my body and my being. Like that's how full I felt. And that very same week, my family experienced an unexpected death. So I had this 1 week with these extreme highs and then extreme lows, and everything really came crashing down to a very different frequency. And as time went on, I noticed that really good things were still happening. And this is life, right? Shit happens and we have to keep going. Shit happens and we have to take care of ourselves. And shit happens, and then we just have to keep going again. And the thing with life is that it doesn't matter if you're grieving something, if you are healing from a breakup, if you're processing a transformation, if you are in a rut in life, if you just lost your job, it really doesn't matter because life just keeps on going, whether you decide to check in or check out. And so the message is that life is going to keep going. So we don't actually have to stop everything that's going on when the world feels like it's crumbling. But you are allowed to take some of that back, the control back, and you're allowed to slow down. You're allowed to move at a pace that feels right to you. You are allowed to say, I need a moment. You are allowed to take a breath. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to call a friend or a loved one. You're allowed to be happy and sad at the same time. You're allowed to grieve and also move forward. And you're also allowed to pause. And you're allowed to just experience your life for what it is in the moment. That could be the most tender parts, the most electric parts. They could be happening at the same time or not. So much of your life is really going to contradict itself. That's what this journey is. And it's our responsibility and our duty, really, to ourselves to learn how to hold these vastly different emotions and feelings and events in our life at one time. And to realize that these moments aren't here to show us how weak we are, but they're here to show us how strong we are, how much we can hold, how brave you are. And if you want to make it to the end of life, maybe with a smile on your face, I just want to remind you that it's okay to slow down. It's absolutely okay to give yourself that permission slip to pause. And when you do slow down, that's when you get to choose how you're shaping the circumstances that are happening. You get to choose the story that you tell yourself each morning when you wake up and each night when you go to bed. You get to choose when to slow down and when to speed up. And I also just want to promise you that you're not going to miss anything. You're not going to miss one thing. And by slowing down, you're actually going to be gaining so much more by being present with the moment and by just being present with yourself, allowing yourself to witness your life as it happens. and I'm going to read a poem for you that I made. So if you're in a place where you can close your eyes, please do. And I'll read it. So, slow down, love. Lay your head upon the grass. Feel the cool breeze on your shoulder while the sun shares her warmth. Allow you a moment to breathe deeper, to experience the body, to calm the mind, to inhale stillness, to exhale all else. Pause. Pause again. And be. I'm sending you so much love, so much warmth to you, to your loved ones. I want to remind you to be gentle with yourself and with others today, and to give others what it is that you need. Tune in Tuesdays for more yummy and soulful episodes. If you love what you're hearing and want to support the podcast, please follow and rate the podcast on Spotify and Apple to help new listeners find us. To find out more about my coaching and healing practice, head over to my website, www.lesliecottle.com. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.